We're all trying to chase our goals, but it seems like every time we get close to achieving something, life has a way of distracting us. So how do you stay motivated in a world full of distractions? Let's talk about it. I was recently watching one of my favorite movies, The Dark Knight. And there's a scene where Batman is about to take out the Joker, but instead of ending the Joker's life, he lets him go. And then the Joker looks at Batman and says, "Why do we do what we do?" And Batman replies, "Because we have to." Some people just want to watch the world burn. But this doesn't make any sense. Why would someone want to watch the world burn? If you're not part of the problem, why would you want to be part of the solution? It wouldn't make sense to sit back and watch the world burn when you could put your own life at risk to help save innocent people. So let's replace the word world with life and burn with ruined. Now it sounds a little more relatable, right? Why would someone want to watch their life be ruined? Well, I believe that most people are willing to sacrifice their lives for success, but they don't know how to set the right goal. And even if they do, they lose focus and give up to isolate. So I wanted to use this video to discuss 3 things that will distract you from getting what you want out of life and how you can avoid them. Let's go. Starting with no. 1. Focus. There's an old saying that goes, "A jack of all trades is a master of none." And this basically means that if you try to be good at too many things, you won't be very good at anything. Think about it. If you split your attention between 10 different goals, how much progress do you think you'll make compared to someone who splits their attention between only 2? Most people are overstimulated by the amount of choices that they have and end up feeling overwhelmed and stuck. Remember that focus is a superpower because when you truly focus on something, you're giving it your complete attention. You're blocking out all the noise, and you're concentrating all your efforts toward a particular outcome. When you focus, you become unstoppable. However, there are several things that can steal your focus away. So here are a few tips that help me a lot with this. First, you need to learn how to meditate. Meditation has the power to rewire your brain and teach you how to manage your thoughts. And the best thing about it is that it doesn't require any special equipment. All you need to do is find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing. Over time, you'll find yourself becoming less reactive to whatever pops up in your head. You've heard this before. Time is the most valuable asset that we have because once it's gone, we can never get it back. But most people waste their time by doing things that don't align with their purpose and mission. So start by setting clear boundaries on how you spend your time. You should ask yourself questions like, will this help me reach my long-term goals? Or is this just a distraction that has gone, lead me further away from what I want to achieve? Finally, third, you need to embrace delayed gratification. This is one of my favorite books. The basic idea is that everything good in life is worth waiting for. It might not happen as fast as you want it to, but if you trust the process and stay committed, eventually your hard work will pay off. No. 2. AI. Technology has changed the way we live, work, and interact with each other. But one of the most controversial advancements in technology has been artificial intelligence. Now, there are so many different opinions on what AI will bring to the table. Some people see it as a positive development that will help improve our lives in ways we never thought possible. They think that AI will help automate tasks, making our jobs easier and freeing up our time to pursue more creative and fulfilling endeavors. Others, though, are more concerned about the potential negative effects of AI. They worry that AI will take away jobs. Now, obviously, AI is still relatively new, so it's tough to say exactly what the future holds. However, one thing is for sure. It's already had a huge impact on the way we live our lives. From self-driving cars to virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa, AI is all around us. And it's only going to become more prevalent in the years to come. So here are a few tips on how to keep moving forward in the age of AI. First, you need to adapt quickly. The pace of technological change is only going to increase in the years to come. So it's important to be able to adapt quickly and learn new things as they come along. This might mean taking some risks and stepping outside of your comfort zone. But it's important to be willing to do that if you want to stay ahead of the curve. Second, you need to focus on developing skills that are hard to automate. So it's important to focus on developing skills that are harder to automate, such as creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. These are skills that will be in high demand in the future. And by developing them now, you'll be able to set yourself apart from the competition. Finally, third, you need to use AI to your advantage. One of the best ways to stay ahead of the curve is to use AI to your advantage. There are a lot of tools out there that can help you be more productive, efficient, and successful. So it's important to learn about them and use them to your advantage. For example, ChatGPT can help you generate ideas, write code, and summarize text. And that's just a few examples. There are so many more. So it's important to learn about them and use them to your advantage. Number 3, social media. We live in a world where everyone wants to be an influencer. Everyone thinks that they're entitled to fame and fortune. But what most people don't realize is that there's a dark side to social media. It can be a major distraction from achieving your goals. Why? Well, first of all, social media is designed to be addictive. They use a variety of techniques to keep you on their platform as long as possible. This includes using notifications to grab your attention, creating endless scroll feeds, and using algorithms to show you content that you are more likely to engage with. And secondly, social media can also be a major source of comparison. When you're constantly seeing images of other people's lives, it's easy to feel like your own life is less successful or less happy. This can lead to feelings of envy, jealousy, and bitterness. And finally, third, social media can also be a major distraction in terms of time. It's easy to spend hours upon hours scrolling through feeds, watching videos, and checking notifications. Before you know it, you've wasted a significant portion of your day on mindless activities. So how do you combat these downsides? First, you need to be intentional with your use of social media. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through feeds, ask yourself what you want to get out of social media. Do you want to learn something new? You want to connect with friends and family? Or do you just want to kill time? Once you know what you want to get out of social media, it's easier to use it intentionally. Second, you need to unfollow accounts that don't serve you. When you're following accounts that only make you feel bad about yourself or your life, it's time to unfollow them. It's that simple. Shouldn't be following anyone that makes you feel bad about yourself or your life. Unfollow them and follow people who inspire you, motivate you, and make you feel good about yourself. Finally, third, you need to set boundaries with social media use. Decide how much time you want to spend on social media each day and stick to it. You can also set up some ground rules for yourself, like only allowing yourself to check social media during certain times of the day, or only allowing yourself to use it in certain areas of your home. Finally, fourth, overload. Life is already stressful enough without adding unnecessary stress to it. Unfortunately, though, many of us are guilty of overloading ourselves. We take on too many responsibilities, we say yes to everything, and we try to do too much. But this isn't sustainable. Eventually, we burn out, become overwhelmed, and we end up achieving nothing. So how do you avoid overloading yourself? First, you need to learn to say no. It's okay to turn down invitations and requests. You don't have to say yes to everything. When you say no to others, it gives you the chance to say yes to yourself. Second, you need to prioritize ruthlessly. Not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks are more important than others. So it's important to identify the most important tasks and focus on them. This might mean delegating or eliminating some tasks, but it's necessary if you want to avoid overloading yourself. Finally, third, you need to take breaks. It's important to take some time to relax and recharge. When you're overworked and exhausted, you're more likely to make mistakes and less likely to be productive. So take a break. Go for a walk, listen to some music, or spend time with friends. Taking a break will help you come back refreshed and ready to tackle your work. Overall, staying motivated in a world full of distractions can be difficult, but it's possible. By avoiding the 3 things I mentioned in this video, you can set yourself up for success. Remember, stay focused, be cautious with AI, and don't overload yourself. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.